Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. This is Mercedes, also known as That Mom and That Mom Wellness Coach, and we are back finally setting up this beautiful new bullet journal. I'm going to give you some specs about it before we actually get into commentary about it. So as you can see, this is a beautiful gold gilded front and back. It's got the bungee strap to keep the pages closed. It's got this beautiful moth butterfly motif on the front and on the back. It's got the moons. I love the little corner filigree pieces. The spine has this beautiful moon kind of dream catcher type thing going on. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's stars everywhere. I really like this. Aesthetically, it is gorgeous. It is like a hardcover, like a hard book cover. Like, that is me tapping on the hardness of the cover page and everything. But this is going to be our new bullet journal for 2025, 2026, as many months as I can fit into here. And I am going to be kind of experimenting again with some setups and stuff, because this one, this notebook is a little bit cheaper than the ones that I normally get. I got this one in a mystery box from the TIEFOSSI website, and as you can see, I was showing you guys that because of the hardcover, there's a specific way you have to open this so that the back cover or the front cover doesn't just collapse in on itself. I still accidentally made it collapse in on itself. There are plenty of people online showing you how to open the notebook so that it can be a true lay flat notebook. The insides, I think I'm going to show you here in a second. The insides, the front and the back cover have this beautiful purple, and it's quite lovely. It's all quite beautiful. It has so much detail on the cover and the inside cover alone, and of course, all these items that I'm showing you right now, I also got from TIEFOSSI. I have a full unboxing video. I just haven't put it together yet. And if you guys want to see that, I will put that together. I was showing you just a second ago the white page of this TIEFOSSI notebook compared to the white page of the Scribbles That Matter notebook. And as you can tell, the Scribbles That Matter is more of a true white, whereas this TIEFOSSI is a little bit more on the cream white side. The first actual page of the notebook is kind of stuck to the name page, and I'm just deciding to skip that right now. I'm going to put myself a dedication on there. That's going to be for me and for me alone, and that's going to be my dedication for the year that this notebook is going to hold. As you can see, I have on the left side of the screen, I had to figure that out, but on the left side of the screen, there's a pack of fine liners. I got these fine liners as a part of my TIEFOSSI order. The fine liners actually did come with this notebook. Online, I chose this notebook. It was supposed to be like a floral notebook, but I'm very happy that this happened, and it didn't end up coming as a floral notebook. It ended up coming as this moth moon notebook. I find it is beautiful, and yeah, so I'm very happy with it. On the right side of the video screen, you can see there's these alphabet stickers, and those came with this notebook. Those actually came in the front page of the notebook, and they are a little bit tough to get off of the sticker sheet, but I end up using them later on in this setup. So as you can see, I have started the setup, and as you can see, I am using my Pigma Micron, my fine liner, and as you can see, there is an issue with this paper that I'm not too jazzed about, and if you can tell, you can tell, and if you can't tell, well, then that's great, because then this might be the perfect notebook for you. Yes, it's smudging. I kind of brought the notebook towards the camera to show you guys the smudging, and as you can see, as I was erasing some of the pencil lines, the the marker line is coming right up, and I'm out of words for this notebook, guys, because it's so beautiful, and that little bit of that glossy page is just what is kind of killing it for me. So anyway, now that we're talking about this calendar spread we've got going, this is our year at a glance calendar spread. I am setting it up for June through, I'm looking right now at my actual notebook. So I'm setting up this size June through May of 2026, and then I am going to set up a smaller glance at ahead till from June to September of 2026, because with my day job, we do our schedules 3 months in advance, 2 to 3 months in advance, and I need to make sure that I have room for it. So even if my journal itself, even if my bullet journal itself does end on May of next year, which would be great, I still need to go at least through August and possibly even September when it comes to having things on the calendar. So I like to make sure that I have enough space that I can put all my future dates on and everything, because what is a calendar if you can't put future dates on the calendar? I'm struggling with my words right now. I'm so sorry, guys. But anyway, I use my calendar and I use my future dates and my glances and everything because I have a lot of things that go on the calendars. I have 2 kids, so a lot of the appointments are 6 months in advance and everything. So I need to make sure that I have enough area to put things on it. And usually I even have another note page if I need dates further than what I put my calendar as, because I'm not putting 2 years of calendars within a notebook that I'm only going to use for maybe a year and a half. But I want to make sure I have the room for that, and I want to make sure that I have the space for appointments and vacations and anything like that. So that is why I do it like that. You don't have to do as many calendar dates as I do. You don't have to put a future log at all. If you don't like having a future log, if you only are going to plan on using your calendar, if you're going to set it up like 4 months in advance and that's all you're going to set it up, then that is all you need to set up. This is something that I like to do. This is something that is in all of my bullet journal setups. You can go back and watch, I think, my previous 3, maybe my previous 4 bullet journal setups, and you will see that I have a year at a glance in all of those setups. I'm trying to do this setup as quickly as possible. I know it is a long video, and I know it's not a really great video length for YouTube, but you guys can always click the gear icon up at the top corner of the screen, and you can watch it in like 2 times speed if you'd like. This video that I have done, I already have it sped up in 6 times speed. This took me 2 days of filming to get my bullet journal set up, and it took me about 2 to 3 hours a day of filming. And I was up, as you can see my coffee up in the corner of my screen, I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning most of these days to do this, and I have been struggling to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, guys. If I am not working, I am not awake until like 7 o'clock. Now, that is going to be an issue coming up because I have both a kindergartner this year and a 9th grader this year. So I need to make sure that I am up on my days off, that I can get my kids ready, go. Well, my older kid can get herself up and get ready and get going. But I need to make sure that the days that I am off of my day job, I can be up and have my kindergartner ready for school. That is her also stealing the stickers in the corner of my page. So this washi tape. I got this washi tape. It is a 8-pack of washi tape, I believe, from TIEFOSSI as well. And this one has a couple different images on it. I am going to be using these more floral patterns for this setup. I really like them. I think they look very, very nice. And it goes with the gold gilding. So I felt like keeping that gold gilding as a theme in the setup, and as you can see later on, I will add purple to it, which actually helps because I have purple pens, and I did actually, now looking at my calendar, as I've written stuff in, I have written stuff in purple ink and stuff. These mushrooms that you see me putting on my notebook right now, these say that they are mushroom stickers. The website says that they are mushroom stickers. My receipt says that they are mushroom stickers. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how to take the backings off of these. If they are stickers, they just feel like PET, just pieces of cutouts. And I cannot figure out how they are stickers, but I bought them because it said that they were stickers. And as you can see, I did show you guys like the back of the package, and the variety of little mushies in there are so cute, and I thought that this would be really cute as a running theme throughout the throughout this beginning area and in the notebook itself. And I just can't figure out how to make it stickerify, so that's why I'm using double-sided tape to make it stickerify into the notebook itself. Also, something with the washies, I got these washies. Wait, did I already say this, that I got them on the TIEFOSSI website? I don't think I did, but I got the washi tapes, I got the stickers, I got 2 notebooks. I got one of the notebooks was in the mystery pack that had the fine liners, and it had a thing of stencils, but then I also got a really, really pretty, I got the Sagittarius notebook, and I got the Sagittarius bookmark, which, oh my gosh, I really love it. And that's another thing to actually put my unboxing of my TIEFOSSI order up here, because they are adorable. I'm definitely using them for stuff that's off the internet, I think that they're amazing. They're really awesome. They're really nice. But anyway, the entire order was cheaper than the equivalent in any other stationery orders that I have made. So I'm very happy that I did make the order. But then, like I said, the only thing that kills me on these notebooks is the semi-gloss, and I can get past it, but you just got to make sure to let your pen completely dry before you try to do anything. And I've gone as far as I have like stickies, like sticky notes and stuff on certain pages, so that when I write, I can just stick the sticky note over that certain page so that it can dry against the post-it note and the sticky note, because I can't just let my notebook stay open sometimes to let it dry. Sometimes I just have to jot something down and then close my notebook like most people do. So in that instance, the papers and everything that I kind of have in between, all the junk journal type style images and stuff, they help me out for that instance. Now, as you see me on this page writing with the fine liner that came through the TIEFOSSI website, it's not smearing as bad. So they do smear, yes. I have tried some of the colors from that package of my fine liners, and they do smear, but they don't smear as much as like other inkier pens, like my Sigma, or like my Pigma Micron, not a Sigma Micron, what the heck, my Pigma Micron, my Pilots, and my Paper Mates. They all smudge, so maybe it's just that's why they sent the fine liners in with the notebooks. I just thought it was to send a pack of fine liners in case you didn't have a pack of fine liners, but I think it might just be that their fine liners work with their pages the best. I don't know, that's my theory. I'm not saying anything about that, but I'm just saying that could be the reason why that all kind of came within a bundle. But like I said, the bundle price, like, it really rocks. Definitely, these are very good notebooks, very affordable, very beginner friendly. If you don't like the smearing, that is the only thing. I haven't noticed any ghosting either with these pages, unless like you really push down hard. I don't really notice any ghosting at all. This page is let's see, we did the calendar page, we did our sick days, and my mom and me days, which I have a spot for both of the girls now because both of the girls are old enough now that they want their separate times, their separate days with mom. You can hear the background, there's like some noise in the background. My daughter is coloring right now, and I'm trying to do this and she's doing that, so we're both in the living room at the same time. But this page here is a staple that I've had in my past two bullet journals. So this will be the third bullet journal that I've had this staple in. This is my period log. Sorry guys if there are guys listening, but anybody that has a period, I suggest you have a hard copy period log, because a lot of the apps, they are, we all know apps sell our data, and right now it's actually very good, and even my doctor told me to keep it off an app. If you have a way to keep it pen and paper, keep this information pen and paper, guys. It is the best way to have this information right now. So safety first, and we all know apps sell our information. I actually use a couple rebate apps, and I was, just joking around to my husband the other day that I know that they're selling my information. I know that they're selling my data from me uploading my receipts, but I really hope that I get some more tailored offers for me for my receipts. I buy frugal stuff because I have to, but I buy healthier stuff and gluten-free stuff when I can, because gluten-free definitely does work better on my guts. I'm not celiac, but my doctor said it wouldn't surprise him that if I was, and if some point in the future I want to get that test done. But right now I'm just being suggested to eat more gluten-friendly, gluten-free things. So I am teetering the line with that. I very much am. So I've actually been down. I lost a couple more pounds. I am down to 214 pounds now after trying to be a little bit more cognizant of my gluten intake. And I don't think that is the only thing. I've actually tried several things, and I've actually implemented several things within the last year, and I think that all those things are playing a good role. If you guys want a little bit more of a story on that, I can make a video on that. I am definitely making a blog post, and that's taking a little bit longer, but it's very hard to talk about health stuff, and especially when it comes to this type of health stuff, like actively losing weight and actively trying to heal yourself, quote unquote heal yourself, because YouTube doesn't like it. But anyway, I still like to talk about it. This page that I'm setting up right here right now is actually a full page health tracker, and I am doing it in the quarters, and I am keeping track of the things that I need to keep track with. I'm going to have this top slot as my weight tracker, and then the middle slot as my blood pressure log, and then the bottom slot as my pain slot with also notes at the bottom. And as you can see, I have the quarters that I believe that this notebook will span: quarter 2, 3, 4, quarter 1, quarter 2, and then quarter 3 of next year. And then I'm just kind of, right now I didn't set it up on here, but I'll tell you how I set it up over here. I set it up that I can take the information or at least once a month within the quarter. So for quarter 3 coming up, I have 7 dash whatever it is going to be that I'm going to take my weight, and then same thing for my blood pressure, 7 dash whatever it's going to be to take my blood pressure, and then pain also 7 dash whatever to take my pain scale. And I'm going to try to keep track of all this type of stuff within this central area. Plus also I can use it. So for my pain, I think I'm going to use that area kind of and record it at like my worst pain day, like my 10 out of 10 pain day, so that I can have like the median kind of pain number that I can have, that I've had in the quarter, in the month, that I can let my doctor then know what it was and when it was and all that kind of stuff. So if that helps you guys with trying to make some sort of health tracker, you guys can totally do something like that. This is just something that I find is going to be very stripped down and very easy to do. And I'm just going to follow the overall trends through all of the sections. This next page that I'm setting up right here is my goals page. Gosh, you would think that after 20 minutes of talking to you guys, I've gotten a little bit better talking. Nope. But anyway, this is my goals page. I have, of course, family, life, business, and finance, which is my total round goals. And then this note page that says make it happen, that is also going to be my goals page. So whatever I'm putting on my goals, I'm also putting when I am doing something towards that goal, when it happens on that page, on the make it happen page. So those two pages are going to go together quite nicely. The next page coming in is, of course, our witchiness, and I am, as you guys know, that I put my one-page Book of Shadows into all of my spreads. I am putting a dedicated area in this bullet journal for my Book of Shadows pages. So this is another one of those washi tapes that I got from this set. Another beautiful, beautiful set. It does still go with the cover and everything of the bullet journal, so I'm very happy. I do fold over some of the washi tapes on some of the pages. It doesn't quite get me kind of like when I'm looking at my the gold gilding on the side, especially when the notebook is closed. It works. There's little flecks of the darker pages and everything on there, but you know what? It works just fine. As you can see, I'm using those stickers, and with the way my light is all set up and everything, they kind of just blend together and everything. So I'm really trying to show you that I put in the gold stickers, I put Book of Shadows on the left side page. There you go. There's a little shimmer of it. And then I am gonna put some more washi tape on the bottom, and this washi tape on the bottom has the moons. It has, of course, the kind of moon phases and everything on it, which I thought that worked just fine. I thought that was going to be really fun to kind of make it into this like closed page for this first two pages. These are going to be my moon phase info guide, and then my moon phases plus the names of the full moons from 2025 2026. So as you can see, my Mildliner, my zebra Mildliners. This is still my original pack that I got that I unboxed for you guys on the channel like 2-3 years ago. They're starting to dry out, and because of this semi-gloss, it was a little bit harder to use them on the semi-gloss. So a lot of the things that I end up using on these pages, I have to kind of lay them on a little thick. And then, of course, this is my Crayola super tip, and you can see it looks more wetter, it looks more glossier when I have it on top. So it really is a little bit more dry time on these pages and everything, and you just gotta use a little bit extra oomph. Like, I wonder if these would be good for like watercolors, but then at the same time, I don't think that they would be very good for watercolors at all. As we go in the months, I'll flash that page a little bit more because I've got the full moons and all that kind of stuff on there that I like to put in my videos. So that is the beginning of the little mini Book of Shadows within my bullet journal. And then, of course, I also have set up a few months of Book of Shadows pages for my bullet journals, like how I would put in my monthly spreads. So I've got June, July, and I'm not showing you guys that I'm setting them all up on this page. So June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. I go up to May of 2026 again, and then What am I setting up here now? I think I went back. Oh yeah, so I went back. I got a little bit ahead of myself here as I'm just showing my pages in real life. But this is the setup for the one page note of the Book of Shadows notes. So like I would put it in the months, I'm just putting it all together up here. And so this is June and July kind of set up, and that's how all of my pages look throughout this little mini Book Shadows. Oh yeah, May. And then I messed up a little bit. I forgot to put some extra business stuff in here, but I ended up putting a followers page on this page 28 here. This is a followers for my Instagram, YouTube, and my website. So all of the stats will be on this page for 2025. And then page 29 is all of my followers for these same pages for 2026. And of course, I put some more washi tape up at the top, and then I used my Crayola Super Tips again. Yes, I didn't go all the way to the top with the washi tape. I thought I was gonna probably go back in with the marker and everything, but I actually didn't. Looking at it right now as I'm doing this voiceover, I did not go back and put anything up on that top like white strip. So that top white strip is just still a white strip. I might go ahead and change that. I might add more color. I might put another strip of the gray. I don't know. You can see on this page with that super tip how that gloss is kind of working against the marker. You can kind of see the strokes and everything. So be cognizant of that when you're using this type of notebook, and also where you're putting your hands down at. And I know I've flashed you guys my hands a couple times in this spread to show you that I've gotten the marker all over my hands. So I messed up. So I'm showing you guys right now that I was going to essentially go straight into June's calendar page, but I decided to add in another page, and as I'm here doing the voiceover, I completely forgot that I should have added a business expense tracker and another business tracker, because sometimes another business expense tracker and another business tracker into this beginning spread, but it's okay. I will fit it in somewhere else. It is just fine. Maybe I'll put it quarterly. Instead, if you can see, I put my books log. I didn't go back and take the book log out of my last bullet journal. Instead, this page that I'm taping in, this is actually from the Maricopa Reads, or the Phoenix Reads that the library is putting on, and I am putting it in my bullet journal so I can use it. I am going to color in a book every time I finish a book, and of course on the left side I'm going to put more lines, A, and then B, I'm going to put all of the titles that I can, so when I need more page to write more titles, I will take whatever page is next coming up in my bullet journal, and I will add another page for the titles, where I will still keep flipping back and forth to fill in this bookshelf, because it's so super cute. And I think I'll use the cactus and the coffee as other little color-ins, so I think that'll be about 50 books for all of the things that I can color in on that page, and I'm very excited about this. As you can see, the first book I put up on there is The Color of Law by Richard Rothson, and it was such a good book. It's about redlining, and as a conscious environmental person, learning about the history of redlining is so fascinating, because when you look at areas that were originally redlined, most of them are the new, hot, trendy areas that we talk about today. So it's worth a listen if you're interested in any of that type of stuff, or if you know somebody who has been affected by redlining or have also been affected by redlining yourself. Redlining and food deserts go together, unfortunately. Very good book, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. This is the last type of spreads that I'm doing in this setup. Don't worry, guys, we're almost there. This is my June calendar that I did set up as a mini calendar, and my June garden log that, again, set up as my, well, I guess my normal garden log size. You can see on these pages more smearing. I'm trying my best to not smear and everything, but they are just smearing. In June, let's go over June, while we're still working on it. In June, we had with the moons, we had started the month on a first quarter moon on the 3rd. We went to a full moon on the 11th. We did a last quarter moon on the 18th, and we just had a new moon on the 25th. We also had Letha this month, and it was the 20th through the 23rd. I made a honey cake for Letha, and I'm still getting used to our toaster oven, our new toaster oven, because our last one blew and we had to buy a brand new one. We are using an Emerald Lagasse confectioner's oven now. It's interesting. I'm still getting used to it. You'll see that in some of my new cooking videos coming out that I actually do film this year. It works. That's all I can say. That's all I can say, because yeah, I'm still getting used to the temperatures and everything, but it works. It's great. It's wonderful. Emerald Lagasse, bam. Anyway, what else am I setting up? I am setting up my weekly log, my weekly log. I am doing essentially the bullet journal method when it comes to my weekly log this month, because I didn't know how much I would actually be able to put and how soon I'd actually be able to finish all this stuff, and I wanted to make sure to finish it all and take pictures of it before I actually started working in there. So I am just doing every third line as a highlight, and as you can see, I am struggling with these highlights, guys. I really want to get some Tombows, because Joshi Karen makes it look so easy using the Tombows as a highlight. Excuse me, I need those. And I also am wondering if the Tombows wouldn't be better or worse, that's the ones I was looking for, in this TIEFOSSI notebook, because Joshi Karen's used the TIEFOSSI. She's actually been sponsored by them, and she uses the Tombows and everything, so I'm wondering if that's not a thing. But anyway, it could just be that she made it look easy online. So anyway, that's essentially all that we have done now in our bullet journal, and I'm going to be doing the flip back through here in a second. My closing thoughts, well, not my closing thoughts on this notebook, because I'll be using it for a year, but especially my closing thoughts at getting it set up, is that the pages, compared to the other pages of other notebooks I've used, are a little bit more challenging to get used to. Like I said, the glossiness, that's the thing that really gets me, is that glossy, that semi-gloss. If you're used to that semi-gloss, then that is just fine. If you don't mind your pen smearing just a little bit, that's fine. If you have a chance to let your ink dry completely down before closing your notebook, that's fine and everything. It's a beautiful notebook. It very much is. And I'm not putting that down. Those are my only issues with this notebook, is the gloss. Other than that, it's a wonderful notebook. In all, I give this notebook about an 8 out of 10. And as I continue to use it, I hope to be able to change that rating. This is my second type of professional notebook. Scribbles That Matter being the first one, but this is another awesome choice. And like I said, the prices are very, very good on the website. So if you want to check them out, check them out. And thank you guys for joining me in this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.